Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to today's readings. We are asking, as we do every Sunday, for immediate guidance, a message that you need to hear right now for your highest good, of course. And we are also going to take a little look at the week ahead, the next 7 days. And in this particular video, if you are following my videos, you'll know at the time of this reading that my Manifest with the Moon Astro-Moon Diary is literally live now. It's about to go live in various places and is live in some places. So I will do a little update at the end of this video for you, for anyone who's interested. Now let us move on with the readings. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the readings today. Welcome back if you are returning, and welcome to anyone that is new. I'm seeing this for pile 2 and I am seeing this for pile 3. Okay, so we have the Magician, we have the World, and we have the Emperor. Okay. These are our 3 cards. So, beautiful souls. Pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. I'm going to draw a rune and a charm for each as well. Now I'm going to put these buttons here for the charms. We'll put them on there. Makes it a little bit easier for you to see. All the cards I'm using today will be listed below as well. Today we are literally just drawing from the major arcana of a traditional pack of tarot cards. Now, for pile 1, your charm is an anchor. So pile 1, that is your charm. And your rune is Kano, the rune of openings. Okay, this is what it looks like. Okay, so that is pile 1. But maybe I will put that just there, like that, I think. Okay, pile 2. Your charm is, you have a yin-yang symbol. Okay, so that's your charm. And your rune is the blank rune. Wow. That's like a space possibility. Wow. Sitting on the world. Wow. Gosh. Wow, wow, and more wow. Okay. Let us look at this one. Your charm for pile 3 with the Emperor is a dragonfly. Very stunning. Very stunning. And we also have the rune of strength, Uras. Beautiful energy. Okay, so, wow, these are quite profound, I feel, in as much as I will simply just say that the runes are really in alignment with the energy of the cards. Perfect alignment, each and every one. Wow. Okay, now, wonderful souls, I'm going to leave the video running for just a few moments longer for anyone that wants a little bit more time. Now this is the point where you kind of tune in and trust your intuition. If you think that more than one card is speaking to you, then trust that. Sometimes more than one reading will speak to you about more than one area of your world. And if you need longer, I will leave the video running just for a few moments, but if you need longer, just press the pause button. And thank you so, so much for being here. It is such an honour to be connected with you all, and I will see you in the readings in just a moment. Pile 1, welcome to your reading, beautiful souls. So we are asking for an immediate message that you need to hear right now for your highest good. Now, I'm actually going to draw from 2 tarot packs. First of all, we're going to use the Akashic Tarot first off. and I then have a second tarot pack. This is just what I feel guided to do, so this is what I'm doing. And then we will draw oracle cards afterwards and see what else we are shown. But let's draw some tarot cards first. I think I'm going to sit with those right now. So, what does pile number 1 need to know right now? So we have the Divine Physician. This is your first card. We have the Oracle of Delphi in reverse. Okay, this is interesting. We have Loving Elementals. And we have the Light of the World also in reverse. Let me show you this card upright so you can see this. The Light of the World in reverse. How interesting that we have this and the Oracle of Delphi. Now, if you follow my readings, you'll know that I don't generally read cards in reverse. This is pretty much the only pack I use in reverse. I do so because the messages are really, really specific. Now, we then have the King of Swords. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, wow. Goodness me. Knight of Cups and Queen of Cups. Right. Okay. I guess I'm actually going to move these right along. What am I going to do? I want to make enough space to see all these cards. Bear with me. I'm going to rearrange just one moment. Okay. I hope you can see everything. I've shifted things around and expanded the camera just a little. So this is really fascinating. These two cards together particularly. Now, when the Oracle of Delphi is in reverse, it tends to suggest that you are not listening to your gut feeling. There's something that you are being shown and you're not quite connected to it, or you're not seeing it. The Light of the World. This is interesting because this can suggest that, again, that you've moved away from your higher purpose, or you're not seeing the bigger picture in some way, shape or form. Or again, something has knocked you off balance. Which I think the combination means something has knocked you off balance and you're not listening to your gut feeling. That's what I feel we're being shown here. It's the combination that are really interesting. Now, the Three of Roses is actually suggesting a turnaround. Kano, the Rune of Openings, is suggesting a window of opportunity, an opening, a new dawn, new horizons, something new coming into your world. The Wheel of Fortune is turning, and I would say in a very positive way for you. There is an opening. The Divine Physician it's a card that brings profound healing to you. So I think whatever has knocked you off balance is going to be healed. Now, the Divine Physician also says that very often someone is coming into your life, a teacher, a healer, who will enable this healing or even teach you to be a healer. And what we then have here, which is very interesting, is big cards, the King of Swords, the Wheel, the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups. So I do feel someone is coming into your life to help you to get back on track. I always think with this Queen of Cups, she looks like the Oracle of Delphi in the upright position. She is a receiver. She's receiving information. She's channeling information. The King of Swords is a more mind-orientated card. But the Knight of Cups brings joy. Even if he's a bit of a fly-by-night, sometimes he brings joy, he brings passion, he brings love. I think someone is coming into your life to bring the joy back into your life. Loving Elementals actually asks you to reconnect with the playfulness of life, with fun, with joy, with laughter, with the child within. I think there's been possibly some heavy going stuff going on in your world that has literally knocked you off balance. What's fascinating is I do think it's caused you not to trust your gut instinct in something or another. And that's an interesting area for us to look at. But right here and right now, I think someone is coming into your world to lift you, to bring you back to playfulness, to joy. And in many ways, I think in doing so, your energy will right itself. It's almost like you'll come back to yourself in some way, realign in some way. I'm wondering with the anchor as well, maybe you have lost your anchor point in something or lost your anchor. Again, being knocked off balance, going adrift. But this is about to change. Let's draw more cards. Let's draw your oracle cards and see what else we're shown. I don't know whether we need to ask about this situation here. What's knocked you off balance and what can you do to trust your gut feeling? There's something about trusting your gut feeling here. And I mean, this looks just delightful. Someone coming in to kind of stop you from, in a way, being too much in your head and to lighten things up and to make you feel, to bring joy into your life, laughter, playfulness. But let's draw oracle cards and see what else we're shown. Okay, so we have create. We have the conch, I was going to say it's the conch shell, actually it's the treasure bag, the medicine bag. Wow, I saw it as a shell. How interesting. Oh, there are shells here. How interesting that I saw this as a giant shell, and there we have a shell, a bone. This is a medicine bag. This is a, there's magic here. I'm seeing these actually for you. Let's get these out first of all before we do any more. So we have medicine bag. We have lower world and we have drum awaken. Okay, this is pretty cool. This is very cool. And let me move that over. Move our little charm. Perhaps I'll move it up here. Put that here. Okay. Yes, I do think you have journeyed inwards. Okay, I just think you have. However, there's going to be a silver lining. There is going to be a silver lining to this situation. Okay, I'm not quite sure why or what it is, and I shall make more inquiries for you. But there is going to be a silver lining. Whatever's knocked you off your balance, a silver lining is coming. Do you know, it may even be coming, it may be because you have been knocked off balance, that you re-find joy, or that something happens because you've been knocked off your balance, that it changes your course. Now, at the time of doing these readings, we are entering a Mercury in retrograde shadow period. When Mercury is in retrograde, things do get knocked off balance. There are interruptions, but very often it's because they're taking you on a journey where something else is going to happen that wouldn't have happened otherwise. I think something will be awakened in you because of what has happened. In fact, it may even be that whatever's thrown you off balance, there is within that an awakening. Maybe, I think you needed to see something, actually. I think you needed to see something, hence this, you know, are you ignoring your gut feeling? I think you needed to see something with clarity in order to then take an action, to make some decisions, to be clear about something. We have the create card. And someone coming in, the right person coming in to bring joy, love into your life. Would this have happened if that hadn't happened? I'm wondering. If you haven't had a difficult experience or knocked off balance, would then somebody, I mean, maybe someone comes in to help you to get back up, to bring your balance back into your life. If that hadn't happened, would you have opened yourself to receive them? Someone who brings you joy when when you need help, someone comes when you need help. Would that help have come if you had not kind of needed it almost? I feel something is emerging here in a really interesting way. Let's draw more cards for you. May we ask would this have happened? Let's ask for more information and guidance. Would this have happened if the being knocked off balance hadn't happened? Five of Wands, this is a card of competition. We have Temperance coming back into balance. We have the Five of Pentacles, disappointment. We have the King of Wands, empowerment, serious empowerment. Wow, two kings. Okay, wow, okay. I think there has been, the thing that has knocked you off balance is something that was disappointing. And I don't underestimate the power of disappointment. It's a big emotion. I think it was really disappointing, but actually it is the key to your empowerment. You know, sometimes when something isn't right, we're called to step up. We can, you know, when something happens, I think you've been called to step up and be true, you know, in a way, to have to hold firm with something, with the King of Swords, to stand your ground over something, to be really clear about, I'm going to say, yourself as the source of your own sovereignty, really. Yeah. Some of you may even have had to have been a peacekeeper, or there's been a dilemma of some sort. But I think it arrived in its own way. It arrived because it's the key to your empowerment. You possibly would have remained as you were without this. It's given you a launch to something. It's caused you to have to step up, and that's not easy. But because of your stepping up, it's caused you to create something. And part of that creation is your own empowerment. And that's the silver lining. You are coming through this almost in a position of becoming your own leader. I don't think you'll be knocked off balance in quite the same way again. It's caused you to step up, basically. That is the root of this. This is the silver lining. Now the wheel is turning and you are going to get the right help. So if anybody let you down who you thought was going to help you, the right help is coming in, which is pretty fab. We have the Magician, which is the card of alchemy. It can also indicate a trickster energy sometimes, but this is the card of alchemy, and I sort of feel there's almost a little bit of all of that here. Something happened that caused you to step up. There was a higher purpose. The silver lining is the higher purpose. In a way, the treasure here is the person you've become because you've stepped up, you've stood your ground. It may have knocked you off balance, but I think someone will come in not just to help you to lighten up and have joy and feel good about yourself, but also I think this is about you stepping into your own power. Seeing things with clarity and taking actions accordingly. Let's ask about how this emerges during the week. I'm going to draw some more of these dream cards, actually. May we please inquire about the coming week? How is this unfolding? Patience. Okay, right. Okay, so something is unfolding. I'm just going to place this up here, actually. Patience and ego. Okay, right. Okay. Patience and ego. So this is kind of getting out of it. This could be you getting out of your own way. You could also be dealing with somebody. I said disappointment, who you feel let down by. And it may be that their ego has kind of, perhaps that's why this is showing up. Perhaps this is why. Perhaps their ego was too dominant or something like that. Perhaps there was even a competitiveness going on here. But have patience. We've got this big card of healing here. Let's ask about the card of healing. May we please ask for further information about the healing, please? I might just use another little pack, actually. Let's ask about the healing, please. Okay, how interesting we have the Queen of Swords when we have the King of Swords here. I think this is about you being resolute about something with the Queen of Swords. Yeah, we have the Five of Cups and we have the Emperor. How interesting. I do actually think the card of healing is actually about your empowerment. So the scenario or the situation, and it will be personal to you, whatever has actually happened, the root of this, the growing from it, the silver lining from this, is that I think it pressed buttons. The lower world is a card of the past. It pressed some of your buttons and took you into, well, I think if it knocked you off balance, it's because this kind of thing has always knocked you off balance. Going back to history, buttons have been pressed. I think it's caused you to have to step up and step into your own agency and your own empowerment. And that is actually what's needed. What is lovely is someone is coming in to help you with this, to have your back, to love you, to support you, to be 100% behind you. This is a new dawn, so this is turning around. There is disappointment, 5 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles and 5 of Cups. I mean, this is a feeling left out in the cold cards. This is a card, well, both are cards of often profound disappointment, letdowns, being pushed out. In fact, some of you may genuinely have felt pushed out by someone who was competitive and a bit egotistical, actually. And have you trusted your gut feeling on this, or have you persisted? Well, someone's coming to help you with this. Someone is coming to help you. Maybe you have been in a space of a bit of indecision as well with the 5 of Cups, not quite sure what to do with this. Everything in this reading is saying the silver lining and the higher purpose, the higher good, is about you stepping up, stepping into your own agency. May we ask how this emerges in the week ahead, please? Okay, so we have 3 of Wands. So you are able to start looking ahead. Queen of Wands with the King, you are able to own your own agency. I love that we are getting kings and queens in pairs. So we have a King and a Queen of Swords. We have a King and a Queen of Wands. All we now need is a King and a King of Cups as well. And we are just heading in the direction of massive connections with, I'm going to say, couples. These feel like power couples to me, actually, particularly, in fact, if we think of the King and Queen of Swords, power of the mind. King and Queen of Wands, I mean, this is serious empowerment. And the Page of Wands, we have a new opportunity. This is like Kano, the rune of openings. So what we're seeing this week is, I'm seeing you turn a corner from this. You're going to start looking ahead, and I think you are going to step into your own agency, your own empowerment. I think what's happening around you at the moment is that you are in a position where you're having to make choices, and you're not really quite sure necessarily what to do here. Some of you may even be fearful of, you know, if you make a choice to stand up to somebody, that you would lose, you could be pushed out. You wouldn't be loved, you wouldn't be appreciated. And yet someone is coming in to really support you. Let us ask more about the coming week, please. May we have more information about the coming week. Okay, so we have the 4 of Cups and the Tower. Ooh, wow, okay. Right. If this is an issue with another person, in like a power dynamic, like if there's been competitiveness, if there's been a battle of minds, or indeed a battle of kind of sovereignty almost, with the Emperor, a battle of leadership, I think something will happen this week that will bring this to a conclusion, to a head. Something's going to give, it's going to change. Now, it could be that you offer an olive branch and they refuse, and you think, okay, decisions have to be made. It could be that they offer you an olive branch and you refuse, in which case decisions have to be made. But I do feel things this week will come to a head with the Tower card. You know, this is coming. Change is coming here. It's interesting it sits on the card of the ego. Change is coming. Remember, whatever it is, it's knocked you off balance, so you're not listening to your gut feeling. Now, we know someone's coming in to assist you. Let's ask about this person coming in to assist you. May we ask for pile 1, who is coming in to assist? King of Cups. Wow, my goodness me. What did I say about you've got the King and Queen of Swords, the King and Queen of Wands, and I just said all we need is another King of Cups, and here we have it. Okay, I think someone is coming in who is completely on your side. Okay? I'm going to say non-gender specific on this, but I think someone is going to come in who is absolutely on your side, as it were, or helps you to see your own sovereignty, helps you to activate your own agency. Someone maybe you can talk to, you can discuss this with, and they say, well, hang on a minute, listen to your gut feeling, trust this. Someone is coming in who helps you to align with your gut feeling. They lift you, they bring joy, laughter into your life again. Most importantly, they help you to align with your gut feeling and to trust and listen to your gut. And I think that is really phenomenal. Really, really phenomenal. That's like the support you need almost to turn these cards into the upright position. That's what's needed. It's having that level of support. So my beautiful pile 1, I think that's what we're looking at for this week for you. And the immediate message is that someone is coming to help. And I think the week ahead is showing us this. And what we're also being shown and being given a great deal of support for you is the fact that actually this has been really difficult. There's a situation around you where it is as if, it does feel as though someone has been very competitive with you. If there's been a clash over leadership or authority, or there's something going on where there is a clash, and I think you have genuinely been knocked off balance by it. And it may be because you've been trying to keep things in balance. You know, sometimes, and this is really interesting, sometimes in trying to maintain balance, we knock ourselves off balance. It would be like trying not to upset the apple cart. And actually what we then do if we're not listening to our own gut feeling is that we are knocked off balance because we're not being true to ourselves. This is a week where something will come to a head. The healing is in your empowerment. That is a message for you. Someone is coming to help you. That is a message for you. Trust your gut feeling. That is a message for you. And I think you will make a choice or a decision of some sort. Something will come to a head. And what's going to shift this, I think, will either be you reaching out and there's an absolute, and whatever you get, whatever the result, it looks as though someone's going to say no or not hear you, whoever this competitive person is. I think they won't hear you, or they don't want to, or maybe they're even sulking a bit. And that makes your decision. Or alternatively, if somebody reaches out to you and you just think, do you know, I don't want to go there again. Been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. This actually, I need to listen. Everything in your gut feeling says don't go back there. Or whatever it is. But something is going to change. I will draw just a couple more cards around the tower just to ask about this. And then we'll probably wrap up your reading for the week. May we ask about the card of the tower. Okay. Right. We have the 2 of Swords, we have the 3 of Pentacles, and then we have the 9 of Swords. Okay, right, okay. I think actually that the reason the tower happens is that somebody will give you a piece of information. It's the 3 of Pentacles. This is a collaboration. It's like a team. I think somebody's going to let you know something. Which will confirm your gut feeling as well. It could be this person who comes in on your side, 100% with you, and says, look, actually, this is going on. And even though I think this is quite saddening, it will create the empowerment you need. That is what I'm seeing here. Yeah, it's almost something comes out of the shadows with the 3 of Pentacles. I always feel like this card is like as if it's underground, like in the vaults or the chambers, and you have the lower world. past and the drum awaken. I think something will be disclosed to some of you, actually, that, and maybe it is by this person who loves you, who's loyal to you, but something will be disclosed to you that means that this will come to a head and you'll make a decision or a choice. I'm sort of tempted to ask about that, but I suspect, I mean, it's so personal to you each. I don't know that we should be asking, and maybe it's something we might be asking depending on how the cards unfold in our next week's readings. But I will, maybe I will just draw a card just to ask about how this unfolds, or about this decision. Well, these two are readily showing themselves to you. We have the Five of Cups, which is interesting. And we have the Knight of Wands. How fascinating. Five of Cups showing up twice. And then the Knight of Wands, and you have the Emperor here. I actually think the decision you make will be one of empowerment. But whatever empowerment will mean for you in this scenario, this is the decision you'll make. I think whatever fear you may have around almost maybe being left out in the cold or wondering what will happen, I think it will cease to be of an issue for you. I think you'll just make the choice that's right for you. And this is a card of celebration. It's fabulous. So you'll make a choice here that will be right for you in your own unique circumstances, and you will be celebrating. There's a massive turnaround here. We've got healing coming. We have healing coming. You're going to move. You will so move beyond this. I feel we're looking at the end of the week, but I think by the end of the week you will so have moved beyond this, whatever that will mean. You'll have moved beyond it. It will cease to be an issue. I think it will have been sorted. Your disappointment, your sadness, it's just going to be resolved, I think, in a big way. Yeah, you'll be able to put the past, you'll put it behind you as well with the card of the past. I think literally, you will put this behind you and you will have moved on. Whatever that will mean for you, it will become very clear to you, though. Absolutely clear to you as the week unfolds. You'll know exactly what to do. Something will be brought to light. You'll no longer be in the dark. And I suspect it will come because either you reach out or someone reaches out to you, and you'll just know. It's like you'll know. And along with, I think, potentially information, additional information given to you and shown to you that makes your decision clear. And I think that decision will be different for you each. But one way or the other, this will be resolved towards the end of the week, I think. And the needed change will come. Can't believe we have all these couples. So if this is a discord within a relationship, a connection, a battle of egos, a battle of the mind, we should do it, wanting to do it two different ways or two different perspectives. The Knights of Wands, a lot of passion involved, competitiveness involved here with the King and Queen of Wands. A lot of passion, competitiveness. But this is all, the entire purpose of this has been to help you to step up into your own sovereignty. And whatever decision you make, it will be absolutely the right one for you. And you're not going to be making it alone. Pile one. This is your reading. I'm sorry that something's happened that's knocked you off balance, but there is the silver lining here. And my goodness me, the wheel is turning for you. Healing is coming, and the healing comes because you are doing what's right for you. And the way is being shown. There's no question of it. Kano, the Rune of Openings, wonderful. This is a new dawn. Pile one, sending you the biggest hug ever. Don't forget to check out the little bit at the end of this video if you're interested in the diaries for next year. And I will see you in another reading really soon. Pile two, welcome to your reading, beautiful souls. So we are asking for an immediate message for your highest good right now. And we are asking also for information about the coming 7 days. Now, I'm drawing from 2 tarot packs straight away. This is the Akashic Tarot. This is the Lightseers Tarot. Now, if you are interested in any of these cards, I always put this information in the description below for you. So you can always see. I'm seeing an additional card here for you. We had 4 in pile 1. Let's check this out and see what we have here. We have, right, 8 of Scrolls. This is very interesting. Wow. Okay, so we have 8 of Scrolls, Paths Unknown. We have 3 of Scrolls, Setting Your Course. We have Archangel Michael. Wow. And the Ark of the Covenant. Gosh, this is like following your calling. Wow. With yin yang, I just feel there's something you're almost, I slightly feel compelled to do. Now, if you are in a place where at the moment you have any indecision around you regarding a particular direction or a particular choice, my lovely pile 2, I think you're going to know exactly which way to go. I think you're going to be setting your course. Archangel Michael is with you. He's going to lift you. He's going to support you. And with the Ark of the Covenant, this is because it's taking you in the direction you're meant to go in. This card is fascinating because it speaks of fulfilling our sort of karmic destiny almost, our pathway. Walking the pathway that we're meant to walk. The world is a card of both endings and new beginnings, completions. This is a period of gestation. I almost think that if you, I think there is some direction that you haven't been certain of. A choice in front of you. I think you're about to make that decision, or it's about to become very clear to you. Something is coming to a completion and a new beginning is happening. But it does connect to some element of your calling or feeling like you have fulfilled a karmic contract. There could be a situation or something you have been involved in whereby you felt that, I don't know, almost as if you're working through something historically, like a past life thing maybe even. But there's something, and I think it reaches a point where it's kind of done and dusted and you set forth. Look at this. So we have 8 of Wands and we have the Empress, which is fascinating. Okay, let me move those cards along so we get everything in view for you. Yeah, look at this. 8 of Wands and the Empress. We then have the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands too. This is a bit wow. Wow. I want your week. Pile 2. This is fab. This is fab. This is absolutely amazing. Something that you have been percolating, gestating, looking after, nurturing, bringing into being. I think the direction becomes clear. If you haven't known, it would be like if you were working on something, on a project or on a book or something like that, or whatever it could be. Whatever you're manifesting, actually, with the Queen of Wands, I just think she's the queen of manifestation. She's the queen of transformation. Now, whatever you've been manifesting, could be love, whatever it is, it's about to emerge. It literally is about to emerge. It may even have started emerging. It's going to change the course of your world. The direction this takes is going to change things in your life. This would be like, I'm using all sorts of examples, but this would be like, let's say you have met somebody and you've been manifesting a partner for ages, but they live in a different location. Well, it's going to change. And you were already thinking of moving. Well, it will change the place that you move to. And you'll know, you'll set your course and you'll know that some aspect of your karmic pathway is unfolding. It's going to feel right to you. And I do think we're going to see some action this week with the 8 of Wands. I think we're going to see stuff actually happen. Decisions made. It would be like if you were moving house and you have been deliberating about what area to move to. You may not actually move, but I think you will recognize where you want to move to. If you were looking at different areas, something will happen to show you where you're meant to be. It may not arrive just yet, but I think action will be taken, decisions will be made. Something is emerging here, and you're going to know how to take it forward, what direction to take it in, what form it will take. And it feels, with the Ark of the Covenant, as if this is being guided. It's like fulfilling a contract. It's like, maybe, I do feel for some of you, this is why you came here. So a direction will become very, very clear. You're going to love it. You're absolutely going to love this. Absolutely love it. The Knight of Wands is such a card of celebration. I love this Knight of Wands because it has 4 wands, and it always reminds me of the 4 of Wands, where we are making a commitment to something. We are celebrating. This is magical. I think this is a fabulously magical week for you. That's what I've got to say just off the bat, my pile 2. I think whatever has been feeling as though you genuinely haven't, either you haven't felt that it was manifesting and you've been trying and trying and trying, or you've been working at something and nurturing it and it just emerges, it comes into being, the direction, the flow. Or indeed, if you've had any form of indecision, which choice to make will come to you. It's really, really clear. This is your first message. Reframe. Yeah, it could even completely change your perspective on something. You could end up going in a completely different direction to the one that you thought you were going in. Literally. A change of course. A change of course, a change of direction. We have the Medicine Shield, protection. I'm seeing this. We have South Abundance. Wow. How interesting. Yeah, something comes to fruition in a good way. Whatever abundance means for you. And then we have Tree of Life. Conception. Yes. Wow. Okay, let me put this card over here and lay these out. So, beautiful souls. Your message, my beautiful souls, is that something, if it hasn't already shown itself, is about to. Something is going to emerge, it's going to open up, it's going to come to life, it's going to be birthed, it's going to change the course of your life in some way, shape or form. It will reframe where you think you are going. So literally, as I use that example, if you thought you were going to move to one location and then suddenly something happens and you think, no, I'm going there. Something is to be reframed. Something that you have been manifesting as well will shift. Go in a different direction. It's actually course correcting. And the course correction is setting you forth on your karmic pathway, your destiny, the journey you're meant to be going on. I suspect for some of you, with this Tree of Life, it looks like a spark here. It could be quite unexpected. Conception, it could be, wow, I didn't see myself doing this, but this feels right. But that is what I'm seeing. This is your message. Something is about to emerge. It's a pathway of abundance. I mean, look at them all following this pathway, these beautiful penguins. You are being guided. I mean, there's no question of it with the Medicine Shield. You are being guided and protected. It is completely right that this is manifesting, and it's right that it's manifesting now. I feel it's going to reframe the shape of your future. How fascinating. Let's draw some more cards for you and ask about the week ahead. How is this unfolding in the week ahead, may we ask? Well, look at this. 10 of Cups. You have a joyous week ahead. I am loving your energy. I could sit in your reading all day. It's wonderful. 10 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is finding the place you belong. It's the perfect job, the perfect home, it's the perfect direction, the perfect career pathway. Something that's coming in is feeling really right for you. Wow, it's unfolding for you this week. It really is. Yeah, look, the Hangman. Something that was previously stuck, or you didn't know if you could manifest it, or you didn't know what direction or what choice to make. You'll know. But it feels so joyous. It just feels so joyous. And we have the Emperor. I feel like it puts you back in your own driving seat as well in an interesting way. It's like, whereas you may have just been sitting in this place of indecision, this is just flowing forwards. Absolutely flowing forwards. So what is it that arrives? Let's check in on this. What arrives to create this? I mean, I say it could just be that something you have been working on, literally it births, it takes off, it's ready. The book you've been writing, the research you've been doing on where to live. Maybe even the partner arrives with 10 of Cups as well. Or so you get headhunted. You've been sending your CV out and suddenly it comes back in and somebody says, actually, we want you, but you're going to have to relocate. How about it? You know, this is an amazing position for you. There's something coming through here. I wonder rather than ask about the details, because I think the energy is actually clear. Whatever this is for you in the unique circumstances of your world, and it is karmically guided, you know, this is absolutely meant to happen. Let's ask about the week ahead. How might the week ahead unfold? It looks to me as if you are just joyously pleased with the fact that something becomes clear to you. Yeah, please ask. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the card of Justice. Okay. Again, this is a card of pregnancy, the Queen of Pentacles. And we have the Tower. Woo! Big cards. Big cards. This did come out in pile 1. If any of you were drawn to pile 1, I strongly suggest you check it out. Now, I think this week it's basically something reaches this point of conclusion, of completion. And with the yin-yang, this perfect balance, the outcome is balanced. I mean, the Tower is a massive card. The change is coming. That's it. The change is happening. It's like the universe has decided. The change is coming. The universe has orchestrated to create this change. You've been nurturing it. This is very, very interesting. Look, you've been nurturing something. Card of pregnancy. 2 cards of pregnancy. You've been nurturing something. You've been manifesting it. You've been dreaming about it. You've been putting in the hard slog to make this happen. Researching, working, finding out, writing, or whatever it is for you. Dreaming in, visioning. This week, this is the week it emerges. It's as simple as that. It reaches its point of birth and new beginnings. And all I can say with the Tower card again is it's life-changing. It changes the course of your life because it's meant to. It is both a completion and a fulfillment of something. The 9 here. It's also a new beginning as well. It's a conception. It's a new point of conception. It does. I think it changes. This is changing your pathway forever. But in the best possible way. I don't think there's anything else to say here. Your reading feels so direct and so clear. Wow. Wow, and more wow. Could not be clearer, and how joyous. I mean, this is what you've been waiting for. It's absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Well, pile 2, this is your reading. Beautiful souls, don't forget to check out, if you're interested in my new diaries that are out for 2025 and the ebooks and things that are there, I will do a little add-on at the end of this video for you so you know where to get them and how to buy them. And aside from that, tons and tons of love, and I will see you really, really soon. Thank you so much for being here, and have an absolutely amazing and wonderful week. How phenomenal. Absolutely amazing. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. Beautiful souls, we're asking for an immediate message for you for the highest good. And we are also going to look at the next 7 days for you as well. You have the card of the Emperor and the rune of strength, Uras. Amazing how the energy of these sits so well together. I'm seeing these two. I'm actually seeing this and this one as well. I think you are the first pile that has had 5 cards from the Akashic Tarot here. I'm also going to draw from a second tarot pack straight away. Now the cards are in the description box if there are any that are really singing for you. I'm actually seeing this one, and clearly that one as well. But it is this one here that I was also looking at. Okay, I'm going to put those two to one side. I'm not sure what these are telling us or what they are about, but let's find out. I'll just put those over there. So we have Archangel Gabriel. Oh, look at this, how very interesting. Okay, so we have the One of Roses, commitment. We have the 5 of Keys, wishes fulfilled. The 2 of Keys, the treasure. And the 7 of Forces, balance. Okay, let's put these along the top for you. Okay, how interesting. How interesting. This is rather exciting. Now, an announcement. Archangel Gabriel, I'm seeing an announcement here, a commitment being made to somebody, like a declaration. It's something you really want. However, the treasure and balance. I wonder if there is advice and guidance. Let's look at more cards before I say any more. Okay, we have the Knight of Swords. We have the 6 of Swords. We have the 2 of Cups. Wow. Knight of Wands. The Wheel and Judgment. Gosh, these are such big cards. Wowza, wowza. Okay. I'm wondering if we can get these 2 in at the end. I think so. Let me move these along. Let's have a look at what we do have. The Strength. Yeah, I thought these were important. We have the card of Strength and we have the 8 of Swords coming through here. Okay. It's a very different energy here in these 2 cards that came out separately. So I'm seeing you go for something at the moment this week, and I think it is wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. You're going for something, and do you know what? It is removing you. It's taking you away from something that hasn't been working, and it's joyous. It's taking you to something that you desire. It's like you make a commitment. It is like making an announcement. I think the bit to hold off on is the making of the announcement. Don't announce it too quickly. That's what I want to say. Don't announce it too quickly. Yeah, that's what I think these cards are about. Now, why are we seeing this? Everything here feels fantastic. I feel like this is the phoenix rising. Why do you not want to make an announcement about this too quickly? Or maybe even to think about who you announce it to, most importantly, I think this is about. It's not about not making an announcement. Something really joyous is emerging in your life this week. And it does feel like you're rising like a phoenix from the ashes. And it is absolutely worthy of celebration, of communicating. But this is sort of suggesting that you are careful about who you announce it to. Let's get more information. Let's draw some oracle cards. May we have more information about this, please? Ego. Yes. There could be someone around you whose ego would get in the way of your success. I'm going to say, excuse my language, but someone who would piss on your fireworks. Basically, that's what I'm hearing. Like literally, that such a different energy came in, and these were such separate cards. I'm actually going to move them. Right, I'm going to put them over here. I feel like I need to boundary them over here. Strength Eight of Swords, ego. Yeah. Yes. If you announce something, it's like you something joyous is coming, and if you make an announcement, it does feel like somebody would do exactly that. Piss on your fireworks. Instead of being joyous for you, because this is worthy of enjoying, they could even try to diminish it. Something that you've made a commitment to. For some of you, you've worked at this. It could be something that you've worked on, like a book or whatever, you know. Or even it could be, gosh, I feel like there's something that you would normally announce. But instead of a joyous response, which it should be because it's a wish fulfilled. It's almost as if somebody would try and, yeah, that's all I can say is piss on your fireworks. I'm not getting anything much more than that, but it's, well, we'll draw more cards anyway. Let's see. Let me move my cards around and put these away. We have, what is this about? Prayer, hope. We have the rattle, disperse. And we have west purge. Okay. Okay. Okie dokie. Right, my lovely, lovely pile three. First of all, I want to say congratulations. Something that you have been going for, you get to make a commitment, and it does feel like it is worthy of an announcement. You kind of want to shout about it and say, look, this is amazing. But there is a negative energy around you as well. There's definitely a negative energy. I'm going to get more cards around this. Somebody very egotistical, or somebody who's following their own. Someone who is following their own, I don't know what to say, pathway, because we're all following our own pathway. It's not quite like that. It's like somebody who would happily, almost, I kind of almost want to say sabotage your success. Your celebration, somebody who would put it down. But they're putting it down because of their own ego, their own ego reasons. Could be behind your back, you know, because we can't, this is, you're not, it's not up front here. I do feel, yeah, behind your back. This is one of those below the belt, behind your back. So in a way, there are things that it is better not to share with someone like that. Better not to share your, rather than sharing your success, I feel there's a need to sort of almost repel and disperse the energy of this person or people. Kind of cleanse yourself of it. For some of you as well, if there is anything within you that holds you back from success, you know, sometimes if we grow up in a world where when we are successful, stuff that we do that's successful gets damaged, it gets trodden on, or, you know, that stays with us, and we have a fear of stepping up and a fear of owning our own success. Don't let that get in the way, because this does feel like, I said it feels like an announcement. It's absolutely the right thing to do for you, and you know it. You know it. This is turning something around. It's opening something up. It's you making, this is you calling the shots for yourself. With Dragonfly, we see through the illusion. This is a week actually not to be guided beyond your divine guidance. This is a week not to be guided by the perceptions and attitudes of others, especially people who might have their own agenda. Stay on track. You are doing something that is literally, it's about to be. It's about to emerge, and it's amazing. Now, dispersing. And this is someone or a group of people who have a sting in the tail here. This is about you letting go of any connection to people who hold negativity. Now, it doesn't mean that you're going to remove yourself from all and sundry and everybody, but it means you don't share your success with them, basically. That's the deal here. You don't share your success with people who can't celebrate it with you. And I'm also seeing you move something forwards, irrespective of somebody maybe attempting to sabotage it with the treasure here. And if somebody does attempt to sabotage something for you, you're soon going to bring it back into balance. So don't worry about it. Don't let it get you down. Just cleanse, purge. Let's get information about the coming week. I'd like to see how your week is panning out, because it looks such an amazing week, and yet there is this little sting in the tail. I say little because I don't think it's big, but I think it is, well, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not big, big, big. It's nothing you can't deal with. And it's sad, you know, there's a sadness for me around this. It resonates with stuff that happened in your past. It's almost like a little bit of a revisiting in the current situation. People who remind you of the past. People who would have ransacked your joy. Let's get a bit more information about this. Maybe ask for a bit more information about this. Queen of Cups. And the King of Swords. Okay. Let's look at these first off. King of Cups. We have the Sun. And we have, okay, the 8 of Cups. Right. I think you're going to need to be quite resolute with someone. Holding your boundaries really firmly here. Maybe you already have been for some of you, actually. Look, the Queen of Cups is looking back. I think you've already drawn the line with somebody or a group of people. I think you've already actually said no to them. I think you've been quite firm. And it's almost, I'm not saying that it rears its ugly head again, but I think you have already said no to something. You've either said no to something in the past and a similar situation has arisen, and however sad it is, you kind of know that you don't want to go there again. A bit like if you grew up in a world where it wasn't okay to be successful. You know, and you do get that. You can get that where through jealousy and envy, you know, within a family, a child is kept back or kept down. They're not allowed to be themselves, to have their own voice. And it sort of lingers, and then you find yourself in relationships where the same thing happens again. I mean, the purpose of that is so you step up and overcome it. It's like the universe saying, well, hey, when you were a child, you didn't have any choices. But hey, now you do. You have your own agency. So what are you going to do about it now? You have choices. You don't have to sit with this illusion anymore. You can find the strength and the courage to overcome this. You can be whoever you want. So it's kind of like the universe giving us opportunities again to rise again. And as we do this, obviously we learn. Sometimes we repeat this several times before we reach a point where we really do draw the line. I sort of feel that's what I'm seeing here. I don't think this has the same effect on you that it used to have. There's a time when somebody like this, or even a group of people like this, would have absolutely floored you, pressed every button you have. I don't think that's happening here. I'm not seeing that happening here. I'm seeing you really, truly being just quite resolute about it. Owning your own empowerment, owning your own agency, owning your own success. Rising like the phoenix from the ashes, letting go of it. You're developing resilience. You are literally developing resilience. You can hold hope, you can hold the light, irrespective of people like this. You know, your ego actually isn't in the way, and you can see them for the egos that they are. If somebody is sort of damaging you, you're not, this is not clinging to you, and it's lovely. You choose to walk away. I think for some of you as well, you may choose to walk away rather than do battle. Actually, and a really wise move. Fair play to you. I feel, again, in a very, very steadfast, empowered way, you kind of think, do you know what? If this is what this is about, I'm not lingering here. You know, I'm on my own pathway to success. I don't need to hold myself back. And I think that's really clear. Some of you will make a clear-cut choice, King of Swords, and the Emperor too. I'm going to make this choice. I'm going to do what's right for me. I'm going to do what feels right. I'm not letting go of my success. I deserve this. I'm moving on. You're not prepared to be put in that position anymore. And you're able to just let it go and move on. I think this is really clear. Let's get more cards. Let's ask how the week is panning out. Maybe ask specifically how the week pans out for my pile 3. So now we have the Queen of Pentacles. How interesting. I'm just going to place her under the Queen of Cups because I just think this is quite remarkable. We then have the Ace of Cups sitting under the King of Swords. We have the Page of Wands sitting under the 8 of Cups. And what is going to sit under the Sun? Okay, it's this card. And we have the Page of Cups. So Page of Wands. Did I call that the Page of Cups? Page of Wands, Page of Cups. Anyway, yes, look at this. Wow. What a gift. I feel like you liberate yourself actually from something. It could be like a past pattern of responding. Your buttons get pressed and it just doesn't bother you. You step into your own sovereignty. You've got the strength and the courage to see through the illusion. I think you're quite resolute about doing what's right for you, which feels absolutely lovely. And you can let go of something here, the sting in the tail, the ego stuff, and really move on. Embrace what's coming. Wow, this feels so empowered. I mean, just this feels like pure empowerment, my beautiful pile 3. It really, really does. This is a week of pure empowerment, of doing what's right for you, and you know it. Going for something that you really want because it's there, and why shouldn't you? And you know it. Not being dissuaded or limited or held back by other people's perspectives. I do think there was a message right at the start. Be thoughtful about, interesting, the card of strength and the rune of strength. Interesting, be thoughtful about how you share what your success, because there'll be some people who it's just not worth sharing your success with them. Don't, because it's not going to be. It would be pointless, and they would only sabotage it anyway. So don't. Own your success. Let go of any negativity. It's not worth your while. And love what is coming. Love what is happening. Love your success. It's a really successful week. That's all I can say for you. And the message for you is own your success, love your success, cleanse yourself of anybody and anything that is negative, or any negative takes towards your success. Recognize people for who they are and don't share with the wrong people. And if you do, just know that if there's a sting in the tail, it's like, well, that tells me everything I need to know about them. I won't do that again. And onwards you go. Onwards and upwards. This is lovely. Okay, may we ask for any further guidance and information for my beautiful pile 3? Okay, we have the 5 of Swords. So yeah, I do feel you will walk away from somebody. Actually, I really do, or a group of people. I think you will. You'll let it go. Literally, you'll let it go. We've got the Wheel of Fortune again. Literally, yeah, you'll just let it go and walk away. You're not going to hang around. I think somebody might have a bit of egg on their face. You're just going to let it go. It will not stay with you. It's not going to linger. There's too much happiness and success around you for it to linger. It is disappointing. But I do feel you're going to be of a mindset where you just know you're doing what's right. Yeah, look at this. You're doing what's right and you're doing what's guided. Three of Cups and the High Priestess. This is a week when actually whatever anyone does, they can't piss on your fireworks, even though they might try. The guidance ahead of time, my lovely pile 3, is think thoughtfully and carefully before you share your success or who you share your success with. Think about, listen to your gut feeling. Listen to your emotional response to people, because there will be some people that you don't want to share with. And it would be better to listen to that gut feeling and trust it. See through the illusion. What people present isn't always who they are. Trust your gut feeling and follow this through. It's the right thing to do. I think there'll be some letting go and leaving behind of people who are orientating too much around ego and would actually sabotage your success or not celebrate your success, or, as I said, simply just piss on your fireworks. I think you're having none of it. This is a week where you can not only have the success you deserve, but you can build upon it. Every layer of success brings more. Every chapter means you have another chapter to stand on. It's like foundation stones. So really, really own your success. Think carefully about who you share what with, how, when and where and why. And keep going, because this is lovely. This is a major, major week of fabulous celebration for you, pile 3. So absolutely love it, own it. I do feel I want to draw just a couple more cards to ask about maybe where this is going, because I'm seeing new beginnings coming. Let's just draw a couple more cards to see what else we might be shown for you. May we ask for just a few more cards for my lovely pile 3. Record or record, however we place it. Surrender. Look ahead. Approve. And calm. Yeah. Okay. Surrender to there is something really good emerging in your world. Let it come. Have it, own it. Surrender to it. And don't seek anyone else's approval. Know that you have something amazing. It's what you want. With the High Priestess, it's guided. I almost feel this card could be referring to the Akashic records. Look at the constellations. The planets aligned for you this week. Don't look for anyone else's approval. And in the face of anybody bringing anything in that's negative, just remain calm, remain anchored. Have what is coming your way. Own it and love it, my beautiful pile 3. This is the message for you today, or the messages, and I think this is emerging through the week. So yeah, there is that thoughtful bit of extra guidance coming in for you. Pile 3, this is super lovely. It really, really is. Yeah, whatever the sting in the tail, it's not yours to carry. Purge yourself of it and immerse yourself. Surrender yourself into the joy of what is emerging in your life, which is fabulous. Pile 3, I'm sending you so much love. If this is resonating, do like, share and subscribe. And beautiful souls, if you're interested in my diaries, do check out the next little bit of the video. I've just put a bit on at the end to let you know where and how you can buy them. Tons and tons and tons of love, beautiful souls. Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, thank you for joining me for this part of the video. For those of you that are interested in the Manifest with the Moon 2025 Astro-Moon Diary, some of you will know already, we have been able to create 4 different editions this year. This is a first, it's a one-off. I hope next year to have even more hard copies in different locations. What this actually means is that the information, about the moon. The lunar information is accurate to the different timings wherever you are on our beautiful planet, and we do have ebooks with that information as well. I'll talk you through that in just a second. I'm going to let you know where you can buy these and how to access them. Now, first off, thank you so much for being here. This is so exciting. Now, as you can see, it's the first year we've been able to get a ring-bound book. And many of you have been asking for this for years, and by finding a new printer I've been able to do this, and I've also found a new wholesale distributor as well. Normally I use Amazon services, but they have been poor in the quality, and we couldn't do this, which you have been asking for. So let me first of all just show you a little bit inside the diaries so you can see what they are, and I'll show you some of the differences in the locations. So first of all, this year we have a West USA edition, which is Pacific time. We have an East USA edition, Eastern time. We have an Australia edition. I think we might be the only moon diary in the Southern Hemisphere. I'm not sure about that. There may well be others, but I don't know of them. People have been writing and saying that. And we have a UK edition. Normally, we just had a UK edition previously. Now, what it means is, I've put a star in just here, a star post-it just to show you. So, for example, in September 2025, the new moon in Virgo is actually on Sunday the 21st here in the UK, whereas in Australia it is actually on Monday the 22nd. So it means your information is accurate to your location. I hope that gives you an idea, an example. The diaries are all the same other than that. They all have the same information at the start. So you can kind of write who the diary belongs to. There is an index, and there is information at the beginning of the diary about manifesting with the moon, how to use the diary. There's information about the phases of manifestation and the phases of the moon and how these kind of connect. And at the back of the book, and this is in all of them, there is information about eclipses, there's information about avoid of course moons, there's information about the moon in the zodiac signs, and we also have retrograde planet information as well. That's right at the back here, all the retrograde information that you need as well. So there's astrological data, and then most importantly, there is your sort of week to view diary pages with accurate information. And at the start of every month, we have a write-up and an overview. So literally we have an overview of September, opportunity to write down your goals, desires for September. We also then have information about the incoming energy for every single phase of the moon. And I know some of you have found this to be really helpful. We also have cards and runes that were drawn for this moon month, for the month of September. It's not entirely a moon month. And I've written about the cards and the runes in the overview to show you how they assist in navigating through September, for example, but through every month, how those cards and runes really help to understand how the energy works. So there's this bit at the beginning, and then we move into the week to view pages. And there's opportunity for you to journal, make some notes here as well. So that's the gist of what these books are and how they work and why we have different locations. Now, by using a new printer and a new wholesaler, they may well be available on Amazon. I know the wholesaler will supply Amazon, so you could contact Amazon and ask. But you know, the very best and most economical way of getting these diaries for yourselves, if you want them, is actually to order through your local bookstore, because you won't have any postage to pay. You know, these can be shipped wholesale to any bookstore pretty much globally. If you take in the ISBN number, that's the number on the back of the diaries. I will list them. I'll put them into the description box below. If you take that ISBN number into your local bookstore, they will be able to order it for you. Places like the Book Depository, who will ship worldwide free of charge, free of postage, not free of charge, but free of postage charges. If you contact the Book Depository, they will be able to purchase them from the wholesale distributor that we're using. So that is honestly the most economic way to buy the books. Now, we have actually set up a store. It isn't live yet, but it will be at some point in the coming week. We've set up a store for several reasons. Firstly, because if you want to buy direct from us, you can, but you will have to pay postage. It does mean that I can give discounts to people, but bear in mind if you're using a discount that I've sent out to you via email, you are still going to have to pay postage. So it may still work out to be more economic to go to your local bookstore and order. And you are, of course, then supporting a local business as well. But, test the waters by all means. Check out, make your order, and you can buy from our store. It should be live sometime this week. Also on our store, because we could only this year print 4 versions in these locations, what we have actually created is an ebook. I'm just going to bring that up onto the screen. So in this ebook, and I'll run through it, actually I can bring it into the screen for you. In this ebook, it's not exactly the same as the diary, but it has all of the lunar information, and we've been able to create it for numerous different locations. This is for South Africa. So if I open this, you'll be able to see we have the sort of standard stuff. Now this is the table of contents. Because it's an ebook, although I'm just showing this to you on the screen, each of these is a live link. So you will all be able to, if you have this ebook, you can literally touch on January or December or wherever you want to be, and it will take you to that page. And you can either get the moon information. There is extra information in here too. We have an overview from Jocelyn, my sister. She's written an astrological overview for the ebooks of the entire year. There's moon information throughout for every moon month. And right at the end, we've got the same information about the void of course moons. We've got information about lunar and solar eclipses, the retrograde planets, and also... I think I've covered everything. Yeah, the phases of the moon. There is information at the back of the ebook that you can access to help you to sort of know what it all means. But the key with this is that if you were, for example, to put this on your phone, I'm just going to flick through till we get to the pages. This is the how to manifest with the ebook. Once we get through here, all these extra dates and information at the start. Okay. But when you get to, so here we go, welcome to January, you've then just got a page of moon times. And these are, obviously this is for South Africa, these are for South Africa. If you were to put this PDF ebook on your phone, literally you could touch that table of contents, find the moon month wherever we are, and literally look at where the moon is at any time, on just using your phone, for example. So not only are we covering loads of different locations, but it means you can access this information more readily. You haven't got to carry around a hard copy. So I hope that will be really useful. And we needed a site to sell the ebooks, so that's why we've set up a new store. You can still buy the hard copies from our store, but as I've said, you would need actually to, you would have to pay postage, unfortunately, and shipping. So it's entirely up to you, but that is an option that's available to you. Just going to close that. Now we also have, sort of touch base with the journal. Some of you have been asking about the journal. Now the journal is a different book to the diary. The journal works on the basis of the 13 tribal moons of the year, the Celtic using the Celtic tree law and the Native American tribal moons, and also within this book I have shared my own experiences psychologically of kind of what those 13 moons mean and the kinds of experiences that tend to show up. I know some of you have found it really, really helpful, and thank you so much. Now what we've done with this particular book is I've turned it into a generic book. So it is now a workbook and journal. So I will just close the cover down and we'll look inside. So this is a book where it will be a hard copy and it will be ring bound. Move through the bits at the front. Again, you've got your table of contents. This shows you, we've got how to use the book and why I created this book, my own kind of story. There's lots of information in here. Let me get through how to use the workbook. All this information about new and full moons and eclipses and also earth festivals as well. So there's a ton of information here. It's very different to the diary. It's like a whole other step beyond This is like daily information with all the information you need to really learn to manifest with the moon. This just takes you a whole layer deeper. Now, when we get to the first moon, the first moon month, every moon month starts with a new moon. So we start with a new moon. There's information. This is the information that you will have come across before in the journal if you've used it. It will really, really help you with the deeper psychological and emotional meanings of the moons. The first moon month is always in January, and there's room for you to write your desires and goals down. This is a journal. So it's a journal and a workbook. You've got journaling pages. I've then talked about each new moon. So we have the new moon in Capricorn, and there is actually information about a new moon in Capricorn. There's generic information in here. So you'll be able to sort of also see how the traditional astrological meanings align with the Celtic tree law meanings and with the tribal traditions. I mean, this is just a whole other layer of moon manifestation that takes you to a deeper psychological way of working. This journal focuses on the 4 key power points within the moon, which is the new moon, the quarter moons, and the full moon, with journaling and space in between. So following the new moon, there's room to write your 10 new moon wishes and your 10 new moon intentions. And then there's space for your journaling and notes. And then we move to the first quarter moon. There's information about that, and then room to journal and make notes. We then have the full moon, and again in January, this will be in Leo. It gives you information about the traditional astrological meanings, and then we move to a space for your full moon insights and illuminations, and again journaling and notes. And then we will eventually get to the last quarter moon, space to doodle, journaling and notes, and then we move to the second moon month. So it's a generic book that, although I haven't got the specific dates and times, they are all in the diary and they're all in the PDF. This book, you can literally pick it up at any time and work with it at any time in the year. You can just find whichever moon month you are starting with, and it doesn't mean if you find this book in sort of, I don't know, July or something, you just start in the seventh moon month, you start working with it, and then when you go into January, you carry on through. So this is a book that you can pick up and use at any time, but it takes you a whole layer deeper. It's a lot of psychological, emotional information, lots of wisdom from sort of ancestry, from our ancestors, really. So really, really interesting book. Let me close that down. Again, with the workbook, I will put the ISBN number into the description box. You can order it either through our store, which will be open sometime this week, or you can order it through your local bookstore. And as I said, I strongly suggest doing whatever is best for you. If you can manage to order a book without having to pay postage, it's going to save you so much money. So do consider doing that. And do try places like the Book Depository, anywhere that will ship books abroad. If you ask them to order these books, they will be able to get them because they are being distributed through the main key wholesaler in the UK, and they will ship worldwide. So that's your best bet in terms of accessing them. And I don't know whether they will sell on Amazon. I'm pretty certain my wholesaler will distribute there as well. You may have to contact Amazon and ask, but this is the best way of getting these books. On our store, as soon as it goes live, I will create a completely free PDF file that has all the ISBNs in it. So you can literally download it. It will go straight to your inbox if you leave an email, and you'll have copies of them there. But I will put them in the description box below this video as well. And I will be doing that workshop, that webinar, so you can learn how to use these books in much, much more detail. I think that is enough said for today, but thank you so much, all of you who have been asking about the diaries, those of you who've been using them, and those of you who've been using the journal as well. I really, really hope you enjoy the new journal. It's a larger size as well, so there's more room to make notes, more room to make, to journal as well. I think that's all I need to say. I feel like I'm waffling now, so my apologies. But thank you so much, all of you who have been asking for these books and check in with them and who've been using them over the years. I hope that we've been able to respond to what you need, actually, especially with the most incredibly, extraordinary year of unprecedented astrological happenings next year. So beautiful souls, tons and tons of love. Thank you so much, and I will get this uploaded for you onto YouTube. Tons and tons of love.